I'm not really here to talk about the stock market or to teach you about the stock market, though this one, CRISPR Therapeutics, is one I bought around here, and I still own some of it up at this very. It's a pretty good return for about 1 year's investment, which was really nice. Although I would recommend, if you didn't know anything about stocks, to choose the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. It's an ETF. If you don't know what that is, well, there's courses you can take to learn all about that. But I started buying that one, maybe around 2015, and it's done pretty well for me. But that's not really what the lecture is about. We're going to begin by putting two files into the server: Stock Vault, which is the daily tracking information that it has, and stocksymbol.txt. I don't know why I got .txt other than it can be a text file. It's just a SQL statements in there in a text file. Those are stock symbols. Let's take a look at what they have. Stock symbol has things like the company, the symbol, and the sector of the market that it's in. And Stock Vault is going to be the daily tracking kind of thing. It's got today's date or the date that you're doing it, the symbol, and the price of that symbol. Okay, so those are the two tables that we've got. And we've got to join them. How they joined, of course, there's a symbol in each, so that's how they're joined. Select stocksymbol.company, stocksymbol.symbol, stocksymbol.sector, stockvault.date, stockvault.price. Okay, from stock symbol join stock vault on stocksymbol.symbol equals stockvault.symbol. So yeah, it's going to join those two and take a look, see what we got here. And actually we see quite a bit of information. However, there's a couple different days of data. We don't know. We got, it looks like 585 rows. We're just looking at the last few. But what we also see is, look at the sector, all is null. So we know the name of the company, like Microsoft is MSFT, but we don't know what sector they're in. How can we fix that? Well, let's see. Select distinct sector from StockSim. Yeah, there's none. Nobody's got anything in there. So it's going to take a whole bunch of update. Stock symbol, sector equal to commodities, where symbol equals GLD, sector equal to healthcare, where symbol equals BIIB, and sector equals industrial as well, symbol equals BA, and so on. We got a lot to do there. The only one that doesn't have it is that Vanguard Total Index. That one, VTI, is not actually a stock. It's an exchange traded fund, which means it's a collection of other stocks. So it's a little bit different. We're going to ignore that one, even though it's in our list. So select stocksymbol.company, stocksymbol.symbol, stocksymbol.sector, stockvault.date, stockvault.price. And this is what we're doing. From stock symbol join stock vault on stock symbol's symbol is equal to stock vault symbol. Where stock symbol dot sector is not null. So that'll give us everybody but VTI. And there they all are. So we can now see Microsoft's in technology, that CRISPR is in healthcare, and so is Biogen's in healthcare. So now we've got our information, 500 and some odd rows. And what I can do with that is create a view called stocks, and it gives the whole grouping of all the stocks we have in our database. Every day's worth of data for each of the stocks. I got about a dozen or so stocks. Now, select star from stocks where the date equals, oh, this is interesting. Select min parentheses the date from stocks. So what it's saying is, give me everything from stocks where the date field is equal to the minimum that's in there. We've never done that before. So this is apparently the first day I was tracking data, November 8th, 2019. Interesting. We'll get back to that. Select sector, count as num from stocks, group by sector. Now we have over 500 pieces of data in there, so of course there's lots of different ones in here. That's not really very relevant to me right now. So let's go back and say select sector, count distinct symbol. That's what I really want to know. as num from stocks, grouped by sector. So it turns out there's one symbol that's in the commodities, 2 in communication services, 3 in healthcare, 4 in industrials, 2 in technology. We've got all that information in there. That's the types of stocks we have. Now, let's add another thought to it. Having count distinct symbol greater than 2. Wow. Sector count of distinct symbol as num from stocks, grouped by sector, but they have to have a count of distinct symbol greater than 2. Only healthcare and industrials are greater than 2. They have 3 or 4 stock symbols in each of those sectors. Fascinating. Select symbol, comma, price, comma, the date from stocks, where the date equals, select min the date from stocks. So these are the stocks and their prices on the first day we started tracking them, November 8th, 2019. Let's change that. Price is going to be as PREVP. Okay, PREVP, and the date as previous date. So now is symbol, previous price, in other words, and previous date is what we see. But here's where it gets complicated. We're going to take that information, stock 1, we don't have a stock 1, but we'll see it in a second. Stock 1.symbol, stock 1.price as previous price, stock 1. The date as previous date, stock 2. The date as current date, stock 2. Price as current price, from stocks, stock 1, join stock vault, stock 2. So I'm renaming stocks to be stock 1 and stock vault to be stock 2. I don't have to do that, I'm just doing it. On stock 1.symbol equals stock 2.symbol, where stock 1. The date equals select min the date from stocks, and stock 2. The date equals select max the date from stocks. So what I'm trying to do here is to get some information, the first date in stocks. I want to get those symbols and join them to the same symbols that are on the last date that we've got any data on. So what we see here is Apple, as an example, had a previous price of $257, but has a current price of $291. So that's what it's doing. It's looking at Apple, comparing it to itself. That's why this is very interesting. Now, I've added something here. Stock 2. Price minus stock 1. Price. That amounts to the gain. Now we can see that Apple gained $34. We can see that, as an example, BA, must be Boeing Airline, they've lost $27 in the same time. CRISPR went up 13. Alibaba went up 29. That's the gain. And now I say format 100 times. Oh, wait a minute, I'm trying to get a percent here. 100 times stock 2 price minus stock 1 price divided by the stock 1 price, but to 1 decimal as gain percent. So $34 gain is a 13.2% gain for Apple. Google in the same time only gained 3.4. Microsoft gained 9.4%, or $13.49. Yeah. Order by stock 2. Price minus stock 1. Price divided by stock 1. Price. That's the gain percentage. Order by it. Well, that's why we see BA, Boeing, minus 7.8%. So it's in ascending order. Of course, CRISPR gained 28% in that same time frame that Boeing lost 7%. And if I added the DESC to it, descending, then suddenly got CRISPR on top at 28% and Boeing at minus 7% on the bottom. Limit 1 would give me just the first record so I can see who gained. CRISPR is at $48. In those couple of months, it jumped up to $62. Of course, if I did it instead of as descending, if I did it as ascending, it would give me Boeing the biggest loser, $27 loss for 7%. Now what I'm going to do is take that and then create view lifetime as. Put that in front of it. That way I can get a lifetime view of how all the stocks are doing from the first date I started tracking them till the most recent date I've been tracking them. And that's what we see here. A list, Boeing doing the worst, CRISPR doing the best.